Hi friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I am Lauren of Lauren Jean. I'm excited for this video. Today I am going to be talking about all the books that are on my radar. I was going to say I am going to read in February, but let's make no promises. These are ones that I'm pretty set on, like I have reasons to read them, but who knows, maybe I'll add one here and there. I don't know. I wanted to start with the nonfiction that I am currently reading, and if you've seen my last few vlogs, you will already know what this is about. But real quick, it is Living in Wonder by Rod Dreher. This is a book about finding mystery and meaning in a secular age. It's been so interesting and so thought-provoking so far. I am in the middle of it, so I'm still not finished, but I do want to finish this in the month of February. It's a lot about the realities of a spiritual world around us that we, especially in America, just don't see. Not literally, I mean, yeah, literally, but also we don't know that it's a thing. It's been such a good read so far, and I'm really, really looking forward to finishing this one up. But I do kind of want to take my time with it just to soak it in, because sometimes I'm like, whoa, that's deep. Another nonfiction that I want to get to, hopefully, in the month of February, or at least start it, is Rejoice and Tremble by Michael Reeves. This is the surprising good news of the fear of the Lord. I've been drawn to this lately. I really want to read it. This is part of the Union series, I think is what it's called. There's like 4-part books in this Union series, I think. Gentle and Lowly was a part of the Union series, if you've heard of that one. That's like one of my all-time favorite books. Period. Oh, I just love that book so much. So anyways, this is all about the fear of the Lord and that it's good news. So I am excited to get to it. One that I'm going to be reading for a year of Maud on Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day. I'll try to link the video down below. She is having a year-long reading Ella Montgomery. So this last month in January we read Anne of Green Gables, which I absolutely loved. I adore Anne with my whole heart. But this next month we're going to be reading Anne of Avonlea. If you don't know the story of Anne, she is an orphan. She accidentally gets adopted by this brother-sister pair. They end up loving her and she ends up loving them, and it's so beautiful. I love Anne's personality. I love Ella Montgomery's descriptions of nature around her. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. They're so stunning. They're my favorite that I've ever read, I'm pretty sure. Because sometimes it seems like authors can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about descriptions, but she has like just the right amount of description, and it like is so vivid to me. I love it so much. So this is book 2 in the Anne of Green Gables series that I'm planning on reading in February. Next is one that I've been chatting about here and there on my channel. I feel like I've been talking about this a lot, but that is The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I am so excited. I've started it a little, but I am so excited to read this book and really take it in. So far, it's like very accessible to me, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. If you don't know what this is about, none of this is spoilery, but it's following 3 brothers and their dad. You know from the very beginning that one of the brothers ends up murdering the father. It turns into kind of this legal book, or not legal book, but like courtroom, I think, but also this look at morality, right and wrong, religion, Christianity versus atheism. And I'm really looking forward to devouring this one because I feel like it's a thick old gal, but I'm excited to read a Dostoevsky for the very first time. Right now when I'm filming, it is January, and I have started this book, so I may end up finishing this before the month of February rolls around, but that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This might be surprising to some of you that I'm picking up, but I have read Sarah J. Maas in the past, and some of her series I'm not gonna continue on in, but I wanted to try finishing this series. It's her Throne of Glass series. More young adult, less sexual content, less a lot of things. So I have read Throne of Glass like 2 or 3 times, I'm pretty sure. Me and my friend are trying to read this whole series. So we'll see how it goes for me. But if it does get too dark, or if it gets too much in any kind of way that I feel uncomfortable with, I will just set it down. But for now, I'm gonna try it. If you don't know what this series is about, it's following our main character, Selena Sardothian. She is a prisoner in Throne of Glass, the first book. She was like kind of like a rebel against the king. She becomes a prisoner. She's basically forced into these trials that are a competition to become the king's assassin. Obviously, the series continues on with her, and I don't want to give anything away, but I've heard that at the end of this book, things get cray-cray and things like change a lot in this series. So I'm excited to see what people say when they're like, oh my gosh, you have no idea. I'm gonna give it a try. Another one that I'm going to be reading with a friend is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I am really looking forward to this one so much. I have been wanting to read this. This has been one that I've been really interested in for a very long time. This is a young adult fantasy series. This is following our main character, Evangeline Fox, and she discovers one day that the love of her life is marrying another person. She's obviously very upset about that, and so she makes a deal with the Prince of Hearts. But I think there's more strings attached to the deal than she expected, and that's all I know. And that's all I want to know going into it. But this is a whole series, and I've heard really good things. I've also heard this is clean, so we'll see. I'll report back on that, but I am very excited to try my hand at this one as well. I also will have a book club pick for my in-person book club, but we haven't decided on what that is yet. And so I don't know what that's going to be, but I am going to be reading something for that. We do a randomizer wheel where we each bring 2 suggestions, and then we spin the wheel, and whatever gets picked gets picked. So I'm not sure what will get picked, but I am very excited to find out what that is. If I have time, which this is like LOL, I probably won't have time. What am I thinking? Because I have slowed down my reading so much. But one that I've been thinking about and wanting to read is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. This one, I just know that it's following sisters. And I think they both fall in love, I'm pretty sure, but maybe one falls in love with the wrong kind of person or the wrong man. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I do think it's a look more at sisterly relationship and the dynamics there, which I love when books do that. Very excited to maybe get to this. Maybe it'll be a March book, but regardless, this is high up on my possibility list. Another classic that I'm so interested in is, and I don't even own this book, but honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to get to this one, but I do want to see if I can. I'm so intrigued by this author. Is Tess of the D'Urbervilles? I don't know. That's so bad. I know I didn't say that right. By Thomas Hardy. I'll put it here. This one I know is a tragic, like a tragedy, the category of tragedy, you know, like when it ends bad versus comedy when it ends in a happy way. So I know that this one is very heavy and there's a lot of heavier themes, but I recently finished his other book, Far from the Madding Crowd, and absolutely loved it. And I want to read more from Thomas Hardy. This is definitely up there. I need to go find a copy for myself, but I do want to make my way through Thomas Hardy's backlist because, wow, like, I love the way he writes characters. This one is following Tess, who you know from the beginning that she was sexually assaulted. It's a very critical look at society in the Victorian era, how they viewed women who were unpure. And so I'm just really interested to see what I think about this one. I have heard, obviously it's a tragedy, so I know that going into it. I've heard this is one of his saddest books that he has written. We'll see, but I'm just so intrigued, and I feel like it will be a powerful book that will move me, make me think about things. So that's what I love about literature. And then finally, I am making my way through the book of Luke. I am doing a Bible study through the book of Luke. It's a Lydia Brownback I don't have it right now up here, but I will put it right here. It's her Flourish study, I think is what they're called. I'm really loving it, but I am going to be making my way through the book of Luke as well. Those are all the books that I am thinking about reading. I hope you stick around and see my thoughts about these books. If you have read any of these, or you think I might like a book based on these books, let me know down below what you thought. Obviously, no spoilers in the comments, please. But I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope that you'll stick around and hit the subscribe button so that you can hear all the bookish things that I have to say on my channel. I hope that you have some really good reading this month. Until next time, my friends, I will see you in my next bookish video.